Folks, riders, it's time for a little Biketerra. Let's get ready to rock here, folks. We're on it. They've just taken off. 20 seconds in. Here we go, folks. Kind of a smaller crowd tonight. We got 8 riders here. And guys, I apologize. I just jumped in. I can see here Jacques saying in the chat, I'd love to be able to join the chat. And I think it was last week. What I thought was really cool about last week's videos, guys, is that one of the developers answered all my questions. I've never had a platform do that before. So I've covered Ruby races, I've covered MyWhoosh races, I've covered Zwift races. I know there's 2 developers, one's in the States, one is over in Europe. I'm not sure exactly where. I think he's in one of the lowland countries, the low countries, as they used to call it. And yeah, answered all my questions. So that was really cool. I think it's Matt Gibbs here. I think that's the other developer. Positive someone's told me that. Let me make sure everything's streaming correctly here. What are you guys seeing? Oh yeah, you don't need to see this. Let's zoom that right down. We'll take that down to size there. And we can, I do need to leave that open, don't I? Because I am streaming. I was almost going to shut that window. So again, I'm reading the chat here. I'm seeing what Jacques says. Let's see where he is right here. Jacques Rusinek. No more warm-up. Ugh, that's exactly how I feel right now. No warm-up to the stream. I just jumped in. When I came down here, there was just a couple seconds left. And looks like we've got 8 riders. 3 off the front right now. 4 riders back here. Let's just see if we've got anyone further back. Okay, so we've got a group of 4. 3 riding up front, separated probably by about, let's look, 10-50 meters each. And we've got Andrew Pennington just hanging off the back here. Guys, I'm going to have a coffee. Let me get into that. Okay, let's see how everything looks. Okay, things are looking good. Things are looking good. Hair, yeah, rat's nest as usual. Wearing the Inside Cycling World t-shirt. Let's get it. So today's, folks, I was supposed to be doing WTRL TTT. Just miscommunication again on my part and trying to hook up with Martin. I think I told someone else this morning that I got to shimmy over a little bit here, I think. I can't just join those races. I have to communicate with Martin. Martin is WTRL. He's the man. And he's really cool. I like him a lot. I've actually went and met him in person. He lives not that far up the road from me. And I just got to get more on track as to when I'm going to be doing these races. It's always kind of hit and miss for me. Like, I never really know. Okay, I want to get into the race here. So we got Andrew. Here's Jacques. Jacques in the pinky purpley jersey. Stephen Elliott in the green. Gordon Jackson. Oh yeah, I love the camera controls. Again, I said it last week. I really like the camera controls on this. It's all done with the with your mouse, all of it. So I can rotate just by spinning the mouse around. I'm holding down. You can see the little hand. Can you see the hand on screen? I'm going to see if you can see that. Let me get back here. Maybe you can't. Well, my hand is grabbing and then I'm rotating the screen up, down, you name it. And then if you want to like zoom out, I'm using the mouse roller thing, you want to call it. So what are we doing, folks? Sa Calobra, island of Mallorca in the Mediterranean, cycling paradise. I wonder if the locals think that. I've talked about this before. I bet you the locals don't really think it's cycling paradise because they probably get sick of all the cyclists after a while. But that's their thing. It's based on tourism there. Sean Lavelle up the road. Here's Matt Gibbs. Matt Gibbs currently in 2nd place. So I'm pretty sure Matt is one of the developers based out of the States. And we got Stan here. I saw Stan last week. So last week I actually did, guys, I'm warming up now. You know what I'm thinking of doing? I'm thinking about putting my robe on. My robe? No, I'm not a wizard. I'm talking about my house coat, my dressing gown. We've got a change of weather here. You know what? I'm going to do that just to kind of liven it up a little bit. Give me a second. Oh yeah, here we go, folks. Check this out. Oh yes, this has got to be good for a couple of likes and subscribes, isn't it? Yeah. Down in the basement, down in the dungeon, the 10 by 10 cube of pain and suffering. It's always been that, and it always will be that. Looks like I got my Discord open in the background. I want to shut that down. Bye-bye. She gone. So yeah, today was scheduled to do 10:30 WTRL TTT. I was going to be doing Latte Zone 17. I messaged Martin last night, which is usually ample time, but I think Martin is super busy with Zwift stuff. He says he's working on a project right now. So maybe something exciting we're going to see down the road. Little teaser for you. I know nothing about it. Back into the race here. So we got Stan Worrell on the front here. Yeah, and you know what's really cool last week? I can't believe I don't remember his name. One of the developers was talking to me. I brought up this that I kept seeing. See the little blue up here? It's beside the event timer right now, up there beside those bushes. I said it looks like it's clipping in. It's the way they're, I guess, stitching the images together from their route creator and the maps that you're going to see. If you take a look over on the map on the right hand side here, oh, you can move the map around too. Take a look at that. Interesting. You can zoom out on the map. What I'm really interested to see is I'm really interested to see how Biketerra handles this part right here. You know, if you know, you know. Where is it? I'm looking for it. There's that little curly Q where the road kind of loops around on itself. There it is, right there. Look at this part here. So the road is going to go underneath the road above. I want to see how Biketerra is going to handle that. Because remember, this road is being generated from a GPX file. Maybe they call it something different here. I don't know. But GPX file to me is just lat long up down. You know, close enough. And a mapping package. I'm not sure where they get the maps from. The stuff that I'm looking at here. Actually, I'm going to make it disappear. If you click on the map icon itself, you can make it disappear and then just see the squiggle. At that point, you can't zoom in on it anymore, though. Okay. So I think, yeah, and what's good too is you can see here on the arrow, that must be Stan's actual location. So we can see here now, Stan is looping to the left, and if you kind of get your head figured out, you can see the map on the bottom will be turning to the left, even though it's kind of upside down. I wonder if we can rotate that map so it's always kind of facing up, possibly. Again, there's that little stitching thing. They said they're working on that. That was the word I got from the developer themselves. So it's just kind of like stitching images together, and it's probably generating it all on the fly. Here's Matt Gibbs, 130 meters back. He's just coming around that same switchback right now. Jacques Rusinek. Looks like Jacques is getting warmed up now. I could actually see Jacques flying up to the front here. I think Jacques, when he climbs, is a 4 watt per kilo rider. Ooh, that was so cool to see here. Carlos, come back. Carlos Morato, please come back. So I'm looking at the chat. Developers did tell me too that eventually spectate mode will be able to chat with the riders, which would be really cool. What I want to do here. Wow, 9 concurrent viewers. Thanks, guys. Awesome stuff. Drop some comments if you can. Just going to back up for a second or two. So let me get back to where I want to be. Carlos Morato, just a totally cool dude. I've seen him race, and I've called race commentary on him. I don't know how many times over on MyWhoosh. So obviously he's checking out Biketerra as well. So here's Jacques Rusinek. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that Jacques is slowly warming up. We can see a rider just up in the distance there. They're kind of vanishing into that misty look up ahead. I kind of like that. Starting to climb now, folks. Let's have a little zoom out. Oh, check this out. That looks pretty epic. So again, here's that little stitching part I keep talking about. Not trying to pointing it out, and hopefully the developers aren't going, oh, please don't point that out. Dude, it's work in progress. We get it. We understand. I think Biketerra's got some pretty dedicated fans already. So just keep doing it, guys. Just keep doing it. Keep growing it. Yeah, okay, so there, I noticed it there too. It's behind us as well, so it's stitching chunks together. Remember, Biketerra is strictly browser-based. Okay, this is kind of cool here. Kurt Lang. Oh, we saw Kurt last week. We got Andrew Pennington, Gordon Jackson, Kurt Lang, Stephen Elliott all together. Sean Lavell's there as well. So we got the whole crew here. Got 5 riders here. They're busting apart right now. Looks like Andrew Pennington just flew through them. Andrew was sitting at the back of these guys earlier, just doing 2.5 watts a kilo, and now he's surged to upwards of 4 watts a kilo. I think he's watching Jacques go up the road and thinking, maybe I need to get up there. So we've got Kurt on the back, Stephen Elliott here, Sean Lavelle. Sean, I think, is the one new rider I've seen this week. We did have a better turnout last week. I know James from OTR can't make it. Working late apparently in London. I don't know what he does. Maybe he's a spy. That's what I think. Working late. I don't know what I'm talking about half the time here, folks. Spectating Gordon Jackson. So we saw Gordon last week. So yeah, everyone here is a returning racer from last week outside of Sean Lavelle. So good to have Sean on board here. All nice strong riders. Everyone's riding 3 watts per kilo plus at the moment. I would be hanging back here with these guys. This is my group right here. Jacques, way too strong. Riding up ahead. And I think someone told me that Jacques, ooh, look at this. Jacques is getting warmed up. He's just caught up with Matt Gibbs here. So yeah, from what I know about Jacques over at MyWhoosh, that's where I've mostly seen him. And from what I saw from him last week, he's definitely 4 watt per kilo rider up climbs. He did have kind of a slower start. And he says it right there in the chat. No warm-up. Ugh. So he's the kind of rider that needs that warm-up. I'm going to grab my coffee here. So yeah, we were going to be doing WTRL TTT today. I was doing Zone 17 for anyone that was in that. Pen A Latte coffee class. Sent the message to Martin. He's been so busy, apparently, he didn't even see it till this morning. I think he saw it with 45 minutes to go. Did message me back, said, hey, I'll try to get you in it. I said, I'll keep my eyes peeled. I never got in it. I was just actually hoping that he'd get me into one. Like Zone 18 started at 11. And I could have covered some of Zone 18. I just wanted to make sure I had it all done before this event started. So people commented too. I think James did and the developers did. Down in the chat area here, where you see like this little green shield with like what looks like wind blowing on it. That's basically your wind resistance, or your, I guess, your protection from the wind. So this makes sense to me here. This rider is getting no shelter from the wind right now. If we go back to, let's say, these riders, here's Gordon Jackson at the front. Should be getting no protection. What does Sean get? See here, Sean's got 8, 9, 10. He's getting closer, 13. He's going to be getting a little protection from the wind here. Okay, that's cool to see. If we go back to Kurt, he should be getting no protection. And same with Steven. They're just too far back. So let's move up again here. 4 meters back on this type of gradient, 7%. Sa Calobra in Mallorca. It's a good climb. So I just did this last weekend over on Ruby with the it was called the Team GRC Special Race. So Team GRC has the Sunday short race. That's been running for, I don't know, like 18 months, maybe 20 months now. Every Sunday. I'm not sure if we've ever missed one. Maybe we missed one for a big Ruby race where Ruby said, hey guys, can you not run your race this weekend? See, take a look here. As Sean gets closer to Gordon, he's getting more protection from that wind. Looks like at around a 7% gradient, you're getting about maybe 12 to 14% maybe? Is that what that's showing me? Units. As it gets steeper, you should get less. And as there's more distance, you should get less too. Let's take a look at Sean here. Sean looks to be about a 62 kilogram rider, something like that. 63 kilograms. He's riding 2.8 watts per kilo, pushing 202 watts at the moment. So yeah, he's just over 60 kilograms. Maybe 65 at most. I remember, I know it was Duke Norton. He rides a lot with us on Ruby, and he races a lot on Zwift. He's got a Zwift background. He was asking what Biketerra is. So both myself and James responded like it populates the auto-generated world with things that are nearby in the real world. So as you can see on the map feature here, we're going through a forested area. It's showing you that on the map right there. And I'm assuming that this probably is some kind of park or protected area. And that's what we should see on the side of the road. Who's coming up here? Kurt Lang coming up now, folks. Making a move. Feeling good. Kurt Lang pushing closer to 3 watts a kilo. Bouncing up to Andrew Pennington there. Chasing after Matt Gibbs. So Andrew's moving up the road quite rapidly now. Let's see here. Here comes Andrew Pennington coming up on Matt Gibbs now. Further, we got Jacques, who's chasing after Stan. Only 100 meter separation, and we can see Stan in the distance there. Take a look at this, folks. You should be able to see Jacques back there. Yeah, there he is. Right in the middle of your screen. Look at the dotted line in the middle of the road. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to see how far into the ride we get before the curlicue. I'm looking at the map right now. Okay, there it is. So we've got quite a few switchbacks to go through. This ride, I think it's about 15 point something kilometers, I believe. And I think in total it's just under 800 meters of climbing. So when we did it over on Ruby, slightly shorter route, and you can see it on the profile on the bottom, we're dragging our way up through this long 7-8% climb. We crested the top, bombed downhill for a little bit, and we were done. But we're going to see it on the profile here soon. You're going to see it kick up again. There's another little chunk of climbing at the back end, and then more descent. So I think they're going to descend, climb a bit, and then descend to the finish. Nice to see Gordon here cheering on Sean. He's telling Sean to hang in there. So, and I have talked with, I've talked with Gordon. Have I talked with Gordon? Yeah, I've talked with Gordon Jackson online too. Is that right? Oh, I don't have a phone with me. I have no phone, folks. So I was hoping we'd see about 15, 20 riders. I guess everyone's busy today. Or they've got the fear of the Sa Calobra. It's a good little climb. It's nothing too brutal because 800 meters, I mean, even someone like me who's not in awesome cycling shape, I can handle that. It's like an hour climb for me. Let's see how fast these guys do it today. I think they'll be a lot quicker than that. I think if you look at my, what is it called, your VAM? My VAM is like 850 meters an hour or something, so about an hour climb. And when I did the video over on Ruby, this is what it looks like. Does this quite well to see this. It's all like bush, scrubby bush like this. Nothing tall for trees. I wonder how Biketerra figures that out. Like, how does it know what trees to put in there? What type of trees? Why aren't we seeing pine trees? Because they're not, in reality, they're not here. But it must be, yeah, I'm not really sure how they figure that out. But it looks good. Ooh, look at this here, folks. Jacques coming up now. He needed that warm-up. How's Stan going to react to this? And Stan, thanks for reaching out to me and commenting. I know he commented on one of the videos last week. So, yeah, we were supposed to do WTRL today. Said I'd do Biketerra. Hope Carlos comes back because I saw he joined and then he left. Maybe he had a disconnect issue. I find it's really easy to hook all your devices up. I do know a couple of people. Well, I know one person very well that said they couldn't hook their trainer up. I'm not sure why. It's not a no-name brand trainer. Maybe it was just user error. He would have done quite well on this race. Let's get a look at Jacques here climbing. Yeah, so where's the curlicue? Okay, there it is right there. You can see it here. I'm not even sure what these things are on the side. So I guess there's a parking lot there. There's bathrooms. Obviously, this is a pretty important lookout point, a viewpoint. What do these things that look like snowflakes or something look like? It's never snowed here. Has it? There's no way it could have snowed here. Maybe 12,000 years ago. Yes, dude. Stan's coming back now. These two riding 3 watts a kilo. At the front. Okay, this is cool. Now we can see it. It's flattened off a little bit here. And you can see here now, take a look at the draft number. Okay, wind resistance protection, we're at 2930 right now. That's because the riders are so close to each other and the gradients just dip down a little bit. Stan pushing ahead now. So we are on Jacques, yep. So the further back he goes, the less protection from the wind he's getting. He's coming back now. Watch the number go up. See that? We're up to 24. He comes up on his side and it's immediately gone. So it reacts very well. There's no, you know, we talk about sticky watts in cycling and how some people like to cheat, exploit the system. There's no sticky drafting either. Soon as you're beside that guy, it's gone. Watch Stan here now. So Stan's receiving that benefit as well. At least the protection from the wind. That's how it was explained to me. I guess you could think of it as drafting. It's basically a shelter number, I guess. Okay, so we got Jacques at the front. Stan's chasing. Andrew Pennington a little further back. He's 400 meters back. Ooh, being pursued by Matt Gibbs. So Matt's doing a good job hanging in there. Andrew passed him earlier. Matt's keeping in sight. This is that little bit of mental drafting going on here. You can see that rider in your sights. You just have a little bit more oomph in your legs. Okay, I'm just looking at the side here. If you look at the leaderboard, you can change what you're viewing to. I'm scrolling through them now. Watts per kilo, absolute watts, and then their speed. Andrew's moving along quite nicely here. Wonder if it just dips down in gradient up ahead. If I go to Andrew now, he's at 6%. Matt's at 6%. Andrew is just kind of racing away there. Let's see what his power numbers are. He has. Okay, so he's putting 4 watts a kilo compared to Matt's 2.93. So there is going to be a speed difference, and we can see it right here. 15 kilometers an hour to 19 kilometers an hour. Let's bounce back to Kurt. Kurt is leading the group from behind here. And here they are. You can see Gordon Jackson, Sean Lavelle, and Stephen Elliott. See where Stephen is with reference to these guys. Okay, Stephen's a couple hundred meters back right now. I think that, yes, let's take a look at this. Take a look at the map. You can see where Stephen Elliott is. I'm going to jump ahead to Sean, and he's going to be in the middle of the switchback right here. Let's have a look. Okay, he's just entering it. Just entering it. Wow, we should be able to see Stephen. Okay, where's Stephen? He's 300 meters back. Can we see him? There's a huge curve in the road here. I don't think we will see him here. Like, that's pretty far drawn, and it's getting like the mistiness here. Let's call it the fog of cycling. The fog of cycling. It's kind of like we don't know what's there anymore. It's kind of like the fog of war, folks. Bouncing back up to Jacques here. Ooh, Jacques putting in some work now. This 3.94 watts a kilo. This is what I saw from him all last week. If I didn't say it earlier, someone corrected me. Jacques is based in Toronto. I'm sure Jacques Roussinic, with that name, he was probably born in Quebec. He's got French roots. Sure of it. Okay, guys, tonight too, Game 4, Stanley Cup playoffs. It's the final round. They go through 4 rounds. It's like a bracket. Edmonton, Florida, Game 4. Florida's up 2-1. Best of 4 wins. Okay. Edmonton got massacred 6-1 last game. They really need to win tonight. So they played 2 games in Edmonton. Then they play 2 games in Florida. And then they head back and forward. So it's a lot of travel. I mean, I think those I think those two cities, I think I saw somewhere they're like 5,000 kilometers apart. So serious travel in between games. Obviously, when they play the two, they hang out in those cities, but that's why there was 3 days in between. And they kind of stretch it out a little bit to give them a little bit more rest. Jacques Rusinick at the front. He's back. He's dialed it down a little bit now. 3 watts a kilo here. That might be something to do with the grading. If you look here, we're 2 and 3%. As it flattens out, it's hard. You don't have as much resistance to push again. Let's just keep an eye on those numbers. I was trying to explain that to someone else just yesterday. So, and of course, it all depends based on what the person's deciding to do. Yeah, this looks good here. Look at Stan's number now. Right where it got flat, he dropped down to under 2 watts a kilo because it's so flat, he's starting to spin out now. He doesn't have that resistance to push against. Jacques up ahead, who's getting into more of those juicy numbers, 7-8%, back up to 3.8, 4 watts a kilo. Stan getting into the steeper stuff again. His numbers come up too. I'll try to show you with Andrew as well. So you can see here Andrew, and it's going to be all, this will hold up to a degree. If the rider just decides I'm going to soft pedal here now, of course it's going to go down. But so you can see here Andrew's riding at a nice 2.5 watts a kilo. Okay, let's just keep watching him. He's at a 5%, but there's a segment coming up that's going to drop to 2%. I would expect his numbers to go down through there as he's kind of struggling with the gear. It's starting to get too easy, and then he's spinning out. So here we're at 4%. He's adjusting to it pretty well so far. 80 RPMs. Andrew's quite lightweight rider. 4% gradient here, 2.5. So he'll have to counter this by spinning quicker. At a certain point, you just don't want to spin anymore, and then your power starts dropping off a little bit. Okay, so yeah, now look at him here. He's at 2.3 watts per kilo in this 4% stuff. 3% gradient now. Now he's down to 2.3 watts a kilo, 2.2 watts a kilo. Man, sometimes I know what I'm talking about. Sometimes. Not all the time. Just only once in a blue moon. You'll see here right away too, once it kicks up again, Andrew's number should come back up. And in fact, I would expect him to spike up a little bit from what he's riding at right now. Let's have a quick look at this. It's going to start spiking up. Now, he has been riding a pretty steady 2.5. Okay, we got a 2.6, 2.7, 2.8, 2.9 because he's hitting more gradient, more resistance. Okay, just to dial back there. Bet you he's in the middle of a gear change there. Yes, buddy. 2.8 watts a kilo because he's riding steeper stuff now. More resistance. Let's bounce up the Stan. Ooh, look at that switchback there, folks. I love it. Look at this series of switchbacks. Oh, yes. That is insane. This is where I love the camera control here because I can see other riders coming. I don't think we're going to see Andrew. He's going to be somewhere down here, I believe. Where is Andrew? Ooh, there's Andrew. So Andrew is just coming out of the second part of that switchback. Oh, Stan's just too far ahead to see him. So you can see here the black arrow on the map. That is actually Stan's location. If we click on Andrew, okay, we got a little bit of draw in here. Okay, this might be just my internet. We can see a rider behind. That's Matt Gibbs coming up next. And what I'm trying to show you here is that the black arrow is Andrew's location. Here is more up ahead of us, so we can see the switchback still climbing. Oh, okay, so yeah, Stan was way off. I was seeing these switchbacks. Andrew hadn't hit them yet, so we're just seeing Andrew now. That's why we couldn't see him from Stan. Just bounce back to Stan for a second here. Yeah, so he's well out of the switchbacks now. He's on the straightaway segment. Let's get to Jacques. Not too far ahead of Stan. And you can see it just keeps climbing, folks. Just keeps climbing. Good look at Jacques here. I climbed this all last weekend and I wasn't out of the saddle once. I just like to tell people that. That's my riding style. And I see other riders that way too. Okay, let's bounce back to Andrew here, see if we can get this figured out. So here's Andrew, working his way through these switchbacks now. He's climbing up them. We're going to zoom out a little bit. And what I'm looking for is, there it is. There's Matt. You can see him here down below. He's on the switchback just down below. Right now, if Andrew took his water bottle and flipped it to the left, he might be able to hit Matt down below. Don't be doing that, Andrew. Don't be doing it. Don't even think about it. You might get fined by the marshals. We're going to take a look back to Matt here in our overhead view. Ooh, I just saw him. There's Andrew just up the road. Yeah, I think Matt's doing a really good job here. I think he's pulling back Andrew right now. He's definitely pulling him back. Andrew's dialed down his wattage. Matt stayed more consistent. When I watched Matt earlier, he was riding 2.9. He must feel really comfortable there. And you can see now the distance is coming down. We're under 80 meters. Andrew is now appearing on screen. Very visible here now. You can see him right there. I'm going to bounce back up to Andrew. And there's Stan. Stan's coming. These two should be riding together. We got Jacques up front. Okay, we still got a little bit before we get to the curly Q. Couple of crazy switchbacks coming up. I just hear Joey Jojo upstairs. She's working from home today. So yeah, there's a huge switchback here. It actually goes off screen there. It's just popped in now. You know, the side of this mountain's so steep, they really got to cut a long way across the mountain. Try to reduce that slope, that gradient, and then work their way back. So goofy. I see on Facebook all the time. I don't even know what Facebook page it is. It just pops up in my feed. Like, they'll show like an overhead view of a road. And as a cyclist, or anyone with half a brain, you can see why they put a huge switchback in. And they'll put a dotted line saying, it'll be something stupid like, why wouldn't they put a bridge here? Or why wouldn't they have put a road here? Because it would probably be a 20% gradient. Just put the switchback in. That's why. And then, of course, if you look at one of them, that's all you see on your feed. So Stan is just coming around the bend here now too. Andrew, a little further back. And let's see where Matt is now. Ooh, down to 42 meters for Matt. Coming back. But Andrew's still riding consistently 2.5. I've been noticing that a lot. Maybe Andrew's on some kind of pacing program here, because he was riding a lot stronger earlier. And I think he just dialed it back. Matt's more... been consistently riding 2.8, 2.9 specifically all the way up this climb. Okay, let me just check Jacques' location. So again, this is what we're looking... Okay, sorry about that, folks. Less brush showing up here now. Getting more wide open. I can't even really remember last week's event over on Rouvy. So remember Rouvy, cycling platform, simulator, whatever you want to call them. And it uses videos, so recorded videos, and then overlays avatars in the augmented reality format. So you see the topography, you see the landscapes as they are. I know it was filmed on a cloudy day, so it really didn't stick out to me. There's a longer route that was filmed totally on a sunny day. That's the route I'm most familiar with. So it looks like Jacques got 3 switchbacks to go through, a little bit of a curve, and then he'll be getting to the curly Q, as I like to call it. And I think we've lost a rider. Who did we lose? Stephen Elliott left. So Stephen was off the back earlier. I don't think he was that far back. I wonder if he just had a disconnect. We got Sean here. Good job, Sean. Good job, dude. Sticking with Gordon Jackson here. Nice to see these two together. I don't know Sean. I do know Gordon. I've talked about Kurt before. Kurt's 400 meters, almost 400 meters up the road. Actually, I was trying to see if we could see the switchbacks there. Ooh, these guys are going through that same area. Yeah, this is some tough riding here. One thing about Sa Calobra, nothing insanely steep. Oh, except here. We just hit 17-18% with Jacques. But it's generally 70% all the way. So obviously we're going to have little variations. But I just remember it being just a nice 8% all the way. And there will be tiny segments, but there's nothing, overly lengthy, 15, 18% for a kilometer or anything like that. I think we're getting up into the clouds here, folks. That's what we're seeing now. The clouds are moving in on us. What a cool feature. So I wonder whatever elevation we're at above sea level, that's when the clouds must kick in on Biketerra. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So yeah, he's working his way through these switchbacks. And if we look closely, Stan should be down below us. I'm not sure if we're going to see him in the mist. There he is. He's just down below us, folks. I mean, they're separated. Yeah, right there, 135 meters. They're really close together. Jacques is right there, touches 23%. Just a light tickle on the pedals and you'll get through it, Jacques. Don't worry about it. You made it. That's what I call it, folks, tickling the pedals. Just get through it. Okay, so we got Sean here still. Sean, Gordon, perfect. I like this. Sticking together, riding this together. I saw Gordon cheering. He says, hang on in there, Sean. Gordon's actually cheering Sean on here, so maybe they know each other from another life, another platform, from real life. I'm not even sure. Andrew Pennington. Okay, so take a look at this. Matt now, I should have paid more attention to this. Matt's gone back into the lead over Andrew. So earlier, Andrew caught Matt. Let's see the wattage now. There's Andrew's just sitting rock solid at 2.8 watts per kilo. Andrew's riding his 2.5 as well. So they're sticking to what they're riding. Got Stan up ahead here. Back to Stan. Haven't talked to about Stan for a little bit here. Jacques further ahead. Okay, we're going to be keeping a close eye here now. What I'll do is zoom in so I'll get some less cloud effect, I'm thinking. If you zoom out, they start disappearing into the void, the nether. Through the never. If you know that, you know. I wish I could sing it for you right now. I'd probably get copyright strike because I'd sound so perfect as to the real band. You know who I'm talking about? Anyone know? One of the greatest bands of all time. Definitely the best metal band of all time. Okay, let's stick with Jacques here and see how this plays out. Just interested to see how Biketerra will... how will Biketerra process this? Because it is kind of a crazy road feature that they would ever build this. It's kind of like they made the switchback. They were making a switchback this and then they were like, uh-oh, we got a problem here. How are we going to get back around? Maybe there's a bit of a road collapse or something. Maybe there's too much erosion there. And then they had to put something else in. I imagine at one point, as I keep calling it, the curlicue would have been just a normal switchback. Something happened there in the past. And then they had to build a built-up road section to get back up. So he's coming to it right now. Okay, looks like I highlighted everything there. What are they going to do here? They did it. Awesome. Now, I know with the editor, you can go in and put things in. So see what I'm saying here? In the old days, this probably switched back around just like that. There's probably been massive erosion here, which I think is what I'm saying. There would have been more hill here at some point, I would guess. And it's all eroded away for the switchback to go like that. So now what they've had to do is they've had to put this curlicue in. Take a look at that. That's exactly what it's like. It's exactly what it's like. In fact, let's see where Stan is now. Stan should be... Where is Stan? Okay, Stan's a bit further back now. He's falling back. Jacques just pressing ahead. Stan's just coming up to the curlicue. Yeah, that's fascinating. So yeah, I keep looking at that map in the bottom right and thinking that should have been just the switchback. But let's just say, if I can describe it again, the end of the switchback, the closure of the switchback, there was probably some erosion there, maybe a bit of a landslide. It's called gravity, folks. Things just go downhill. Kind of like your life and your body. I'm not talking about myself, of course not. And so what they had to do, the road probably went like that in the past. I'm going to look this up for you. And so they said, okay, we got to build it around this way now. Love how the camera tracks them too. Great job. So I think in the videos that I've seen, remember I did just ride this last week. The only difference you're going to see is that the bridge will look a little bit different. I think you see more stonework, something like that. But this does a really, really good job of interpreting it. And I think they've used the video editor after the fact to kind of fix parts up. I know that I've actually uploaded a video now. So Steven Cycles, who I don't think is written by Terry yet, sent me a GPX file. I uploaded it. It's called Dry Stone Walls and Monroes. It shows up on the route page. It's a route he did. I think one of his last rides he did at his guided tour, the Scotland tour that he was on for prestigious VIP guests. They went to Balmoral. We're talking Saudi princes. We're talking Bentleys as support vehicles. Let's go. Shaka Khan, folks. Matt G saying, oof. That's because he just went through the 23% stuff. Here's Matt. Where's Matt on page? Okay, here he is. He's gone through some of the nasty stuff, but it's super short, guys. Yeah, you can see right here now where Matt's in this 10, 11 stuff. Before that, you look right where my pointer is. If you can see it on the profile, there's a dark, dark purple there. That's one thing I know a lot of people are probably going to ask for. And I hate being the guy to say, oh, developers, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you do this? Can you do that? But could you? I think some people want to see more granularity in the profile display. So 0 to 1% should be green, like a dark green. Maybe 1 to 2% should be a light green. Maybe 2 to 3 should be like a yellow, like just the faintest yellow. And obviously, I would say the steepest, hardest, make it the hottest color. This is from Geology World, folks. Remember? Okay, so yeah, I map for a living. That's what I do. Actually, I don't have a living anymore. I'm an unemployed bum. I'm just making just massive amounts of money on YouTube. It's just incredible, folks. In fact, I won't even be getting paid from YouTube this month because YouTube will only pay you out if you generate more than $100 in ad revenue. So when I say I'm not getting paid out, yeah, I'm not making a dime. But yeah, so when you do a map, lows are cold colors, highs are hot colors. That's it. Does that make sense? Yeah. So you would start with like a blue for like a low color, or like a purple for a really low color, and then a bright, bright, deep red for like the highest points, or like the thickest part of something that you're trying to map, you would make it like thick red colored. Instead of just contour lines that after a while get hard to understand. Stan still flying. Jacques Rusinik here. Okay, so at this point now, I believe on Ruby, I think we would have been done. Maybe we started right where it kicks back up. Yeah, we did blast down for a little bit. We did blast down. I remember that because at the top of the climb, I shut it right down. I stopped pedaling, and I was kind of looking for GRC members. That's the team that we have over there to link up with. And I think I ended up waiting for Hans, and then we flew down the hill together. I just kind of sat there for, I don't know, a minute and a half, 2 minutes. How are we looking here? Speed-wise, 42k an hour. It'd be interesting to see someone do some steering. I think steering on Biketerra is done with the left and right arrow keys, I believe. Because I know the first time I tried it out, they had it. Okay, so still going there. Where's Matt? Matt's coming up to the curlicue. Jacques flying down. So yeah, I think we hit like a tiny kick and then it was over. So they've got this extra bit of climbing, and it looks like we're going to get some 9-10% in the back end of the climb, and then probably, let's say 2 kilometers of flats riding to the finish. I guess that's what that is. And then I think what we're seeing again on the other side is like the map kind of wrapping around on itself. I think that's what we're seeing. I'm not exactly sure how that works. Jacques flying down here. You can see the gradients dropping quickly. He's going to be getting to a little bit of flat section. It's going to kick real quick and then back right off again. Yeah, so a little 1% here, 2%. It's going to level out again. And here's the kick up the other side. I can see the road going up already. Awesome. So he's got to climb up that now. So when we did it, we didn't go past this point for some reason. I need to go look at the Ruby map now and figure out why we didn't continue on here. I think there is a way longer version that probably takes the whole thing in. So Stan's a kilometer back now. Like, Jacques gone. That's primarily because Jacques been blasting downhill. So accordion effect coming and going. It'll start coming back down now as Stan is coasting downhill. Stan's still pedaling though, 90 RPMs. Matt Gibbs. Good job, Matt. He's come out of the curlicue here. Andrew Pennington just going into it now. Kurt Lang. Nice ride. So Kurt's actually coming up now here on Andrew. Kurt's coming up. Let's take a look at Kurt here. Kurt's riding 2.4 watts a kilo, about 100 and... Okay, 2 watts. He's about 100. Kurt looks like he's about a 70 kilo rider. Around the curlicue, let's watch these two riders go. I'm not exactly sure how barren it is up here. Be kind of cool if the map, if we could toggle like aerial photos. So we could see, yeah, what does it look like? Is it really this barren? You know, is it totally devoid? I mean, they're showing scrubby bushes here. I'm interested because I love maps. That's been my entire life. And I love surface maps, but my world would have been surficial maps, like subsurface maps underground. So I would be mapping for oil reservoirs, natural gas reservoirs. Never got a chance to map for helium reservoirs because apparently I'm unhireable now. I'm untouchable, folks. I'm untouchable. So I need your support through Buy Me a Coffee. Support the channel, folks. If you want to see more race coverage, that is my ultimate dream, to never have to go to work again and just do this every day of my life going forward. Providing coverage, showing off riders, showing off the platforms, because I really try to highlight things that I like and even touch on the things I don't like without being too, let's just say, too douchey about it. You know, like I think the profile could be improved a little bit. But I think the Biketerra guys are doing an awesome job. It's just another route. And I've seen some big name hitters on Biketerra. So it's just whatever you get used to riding. Some people are very picky. They only want to ride one platform. I've ridden them all. To varying degrees. Okay, so yeah, Kurt is surging ahead now. Kurt's paced this really nicely. Same with Matt too. Matt and Kurt paced this really nicely. They're actually stronger now than they were at the beginning. Okay, so let's see where Jacques is now. Okay, so the map's going to show me nicely where they're going to finish. Let's see how this displays here. This will be interesting for you guys to see. There should be some water here on Jacques' left-hand side, I believe. Let me get my map figured out. I've messed up my map. Actually, Jacques going through a bit of a tunnel here, and that does show. You can see here, we're on this highway here. It's called the MA10. We're going through a tunnel here, through all this rock and overburden, as we like to call it in the business. So yeah, I think it would be cool if we could toggle that between, you know, like a map mode. I guess this would be like a terrain mode because it is showing us hints of terrain, but I want to see air photos, satellite photos. It's coming out of the tunnel. And what are we going to see here now? Is that going to be displayed? So here, I'm not actually seeing it. Is there some water down below that should be drawing in? Yeah, there is down below. We've got water down below here. So that's how it works, folks. I can actually see the waves of the water. So that's water down below us there. There's a lake there. Quite a bit of a drop down to it. So that's kind of how it generates this, using those maps to do it. Now you can see what I'm saying here. I think some people get confused when they're looking at this map because we're heading in that direction and the map's heading in this direction. Then maybe the map rotated all the time. In video games, you can do that sometimes. You can lock the map the way it is in real world, or it'll rotate with the way you're heading. I think GPS systems do that too, navigation systems. Because I know if this is my wife following this map, the lovely Joey Jojo, she'd be like, which way are we going? She'd be turning her phone upside down. And yeah, just come on, guys. You know, come on. Come on! Jumbo Visma guy. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, so Jacques easily powering away here now. He's got a 1 kilometer lead over Stan Worrell. This is the Jacques I know. 4 watt per kilo rider all the way. So he had a nice slow start. It's Thursday night. Well, it's not Thursday night for him, is it? I thought he was in the UK for some reason. He's 2 hours ahead of me, so it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. 2:35, whatever time. Oh, it's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Is it really almost that time? Actually, it's only 1 for me. Yeah, it's but 3 o'clock in the afternoon for him. Coming to the finish line now. Great job, Jacques. Let's just see if the finish line here has the standard cul-de-sac turnaround with the statue in the middle. Some kind of Roman statue, and he's sitting like on a giant turtle. Guys, what does that mean? What does that mean? We're going to see right away. Let's see if it's present. Because I know when I did Mount Laguna, I'm like, is this the finish? I didn't know where the finish was. Okay, so you do have a banner. And yes, you do get your Roman statue dude who's sitting on a turtle. That's what you get to see at the finish. Here comes Stan coming up. And I think Jacques is continuing downwards now. Yeah, he's continuing downwards. They're going to see each other, pass each other. A little bit of distance here. Let's see where Matt is now. Matt moving nicely. He is coming up to the tunnel section, I believe. Ooh, that's quite a nice switch back there too, isn't it? That's a tight one. Take a look at that on the map. Ooh. Very tight. Okay, take a look. Okay, sorry folks. We were in the middle of the mountain there. Matt Gibbs, Kurt Lang, Andrew Pennington. So Andrew's taking it more chill now, just riding, you know. Okay, he's driving downhill. That's why he's riding easier. When I saw 1.5, I'm like, okay, he's really dialed it back. It's because he's going downhill. A little bit harder to stay on the pedals. Yeah, Jacques says, thanks to all. Keep digging deep. You too, Jacques. We'll see you next week. And if I'm not as animated as today, folks, as usual, it's because Joey Jojo is working directly upstairs from me, and I'm trying not to interrupt her real work versus my whatever it is you want to call what I do. Call it what you may. So this is Andrew Pennington here. Okay, let's go back to Stan. Let's just go through it all. Stan's coming to the finish now. 2 kilometers back, we got Matt Gibbs. 53 minutes in, folks. So really good time for these guys. Yeah, these guys are strong. Because I know I rode a little bit shorter, and I think I was over an hour. Actually, I think I was an hour and 7 minutes. But then again, too, I did say, if you look at the profile again, the first big climb, I just put my foot down there and waited for people. And I was backing off before then because I was hoping there was a guy coming up behind me. It's Darren Haas. I was hoping he'd kind of go, okay, we're going to stop here. But he just went ahead because I was kind of like, okay, I want to get 2 or 3 people riding down the hill together. I had no way to communicate with him. Ruby has no built-in communication system. So he didn't know that. So I said, okay, go on. And then I'll wait for hands. So yeah, maybe I would be just over an hour if I was actually going hard. But yeah, these guys are flying. Stan's going to finish here. Oh, Stan's already done. Stan's coming back down the hill now. You can see that in the map. So Stan's already hit the finish. He's coming back down now. Yeah, enjoy the ride back down, Stan. Matt Gibbs coming up to the finish. He's going to be riding along that water area soon. Kurt Lang, 200 meters back. Andrew Pennington, 260 back from him. And then we got Gordon and Sean still riding together. Stan saying can't grumble with that. Grumble, grumble. Yeah, it looks like these two are hanging out together. Oh, now they're taking the descent down. Gonna hang with these two for a little bit here. We are going to drop down pretty good. I'm trying to see how this cloud effect disappears as we get lower. Will we get low enough to kind of like get out of the clouds? You can see me. I'm trying to duck down. Sean's right there. Both of them are just freewheeling down now. Maybe on the next event, guys, show off some of the steering. I'd love to see that. And see, okay, so I know when I steer from first person, you can easily see it. I'm just wondering what I will see from my end watching you guys if you steer. Will I see you going across the road? I'm not sure. Okay, we're still in the clouds here, but I think we're coming out of them now. Okay, I've got that highlighted. Yeah, we're kind of out of the clouds now. So there must be some built-in number where, hey, when you get to the certain elevation, we'll start putting the clouds in. Yeah, they're just not appearing the way they did before, and we're getting quite low down now. Bouncing back to Matt Gibbs. Okay, a little pop in there. Matt's coming through that tunnel area under that little ridge of mountain here. I think I know exactly where we are too. Yeah, Blau. I've seen this. There's actually a couple of lakes up here. There's the other lake. Yes, that's how I know this road. There's 2 lakes up here. And I think it was over in Ruby, there's a tour company in Mallorca called, I think they're called Hertzuler. And they're named after, I think they're named after him. He was a pro cyclist in the very early 80s. I think he was a track guy first. And then he went road for a couple of years and then retired. And he started his company here like over 40 years ago. And I did a ride with them, one of their group rides, and I remember these 2 lakes distinctly. What's this one called? Embassment. I think these are dams. I think these are dammed up. Pretty sure. Whatever these little symbols mean. I'm going to have to get back on my map work, aren't I? Oh, and I actually showed there too, so I'm seeing some elevation points here. What does it show us? Oh, Puig, or whatever you call it. This Puig. That's super famous in this part of the world. There it is. I'm just going to say Puig Major. 1,436 meters. Then we've got, you can see here, other peaks at like 800 meters, 900 meters, 1,000 meters. I think this is the highest point right here. Pretty sure that is the highest point. What is this telling me here? Station de vigilance? Who knows what they're saying here, but like, what are these, like observatories or radar towers, or I don't know. Cool though. Yeah, so where's Matt now? Matt's coming to the finish. Good job, Matt. We should be seeing the finish line for Matt here right away. Matt, great platform, dude. Great platform. I love it. Yeah, Matt just says GG. GG's. Matt, are you saying GG's like as in good game? Like video gamers? Is that what you're saying? GG? Really? Stands all say, come on guys, nearly there. Yep, Matt's there. Matt, if you are saying that, that tickles my fancy. I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty lately, and everyone says GG's. I never say GG's. I'll have like a 9-year-old kid saying GG's, GG's, guys. I'm like, dude, you're 9. You don't get to say GG's to me. Good game, right? GG's. So here's Matt finished. Good stuff. Kurt Lang coming next. Let's hang out right here. You can see the riders going past each other. So as long as Matt keeps riding, he doesn't just vanish at this point. He is in the world. He will be populated and generated and rendered into this world. You're going to see him coming right away. I'm going to see if I can do this here. We're going down. So there's water down below us. We should be seeing bush and trees here. That's shown here by the terrain map. Apparently there's a picnic table up ahead at the finish. And here comes Matt. Wonder if they're going to wave each other. They're going to do the wave? They didn't do the wave, folks. Oh my God. How dare they? Just kidding, folks. Who cares? I see people discuss that all the time on Facebook, in the outside groups. Do you wave at people when they go by you? Yeah, whatever, if you can. If I'm rattling, if my teeth are getting rattled out of my head and there's a semi passing me at the same time on my left shoulder and I've got like 2 inches of shoulder, yeah, I'm not waving at you. Yeah, so again, there's that lake right there. So yeah, it's using the map features to generate what they see here. Okay, so Andrew Pennington. How's Andrew rated now? Andrew rating 1.5. Then we got Gordon Jackson and Sean Lavelle. Sticking together, dudes. Good job. Let's see if we can learn something about Mallorca. Whatever this is here. See, this is where satellite photos would really help because I can get an image as to what this is. Is this... I don't know, like what are these little long things here I can see on the map? Just trying to figure things out. Love staring at maps, folks. I don't know if this is the parking area. What is it? The Tacx de Delt? Whatever that is. There's a building. There's a couple of buildings here apparently. So if this was like, you know, a village here or a town, you would see structures here, buildings generated up here. If there's not a lot, then you're not going to see much. It's going to kind of go with like the predominant background feature. It's not going to individually draw on each one. Now, I think, like I said, there's probably a way you can do that with the editor to a degree. I think the editor has like a smoothing factor to it that you can manually go in and fix things, which is really cool. So I uploaded a GPX file. Steven Cycles sent me one through Discord, 3 kilobytes. It was a 40K route, a route that he did that day. I downloaded it to my PC, which took all of 3 seconds. I opened up Biketerra and I went to routes as a free user because that's all I am right now. I went to the route generator. You're allowed to upload 1, I think, as a free user. And it literally took like less than 30 seconds and the route was there. Then I could see the profile of it. I could see the map view of it. And then I renamed it, saved it, and now it shows up on my dashboard all the time. So I'm going to have to go ride that at some point. We're at 1 hour and 3 minutes, guys. I think we'll hang around here till the end. Gordon Jackson, Sean Lavelle, and Andrew. Andrew's just finishing up here shortly. Look at the map. So yeah, let's actually zoom out on the map. You can take a look and see where we are in the world. So we're off the southwest corner of España, Spain. So yeah, the islands here. So Mallorca, we got Ibiza nearby, and what is the other one called? So yeah, these are the Balearics. Yeah, you can see it right there. Illes Balears. There used to be a team there. Andrew's finished now. He's going around the statue with the turtle. There was a pro team, I think late 90s, early 2000s. That was the Illes Balears team. So here would be, I think this is the Ibiza island. This is the one you would never catch me at. I think is this one. Like this, yeah. Let's go watch people play their playlists and pretend they're doing something. No thanks. Oh yeah, Palma. That's the big place up here. Soler, that's another good climb in the area called a Soler. Obviously, of course, too, you've got the very iconic, right here, Cap de Formentor. There she is. That's the lighthouse. I gotta say, that's probably the most famous climb on Mallorca. Not the hardest by any means. It's not a hard climb at all. In fact, you're going to climb over a bump and then descend quite a bit, and it just kicks at the end. But yeah, so this whole place is just cycling. Cycling, cycling, cycling. So these islands right here. Okay, so where are the boys on map? See where Gordon is. Let me... oh yeah, I got to zoom back in. I'm way too far out now. Here we go. So you can see they started almost at sea level. You know, a little bit above sea level here. They're obviously inland a little bit. And Sa Calobra. Very famous climb. climbing their way up. They're going past the lake now, so these guys will be finishing up here in the next minute, folks. I'll jump off. Hey guys, if you like it, just like that little thumbs up button thing on the bottom of the video. If you really want to see me wearing more highly fashionable robes, consider supporting me through Buy Me a Coffee. It's kind of more of Buy Me an Energy, although I am drinking coffee at the moment. That's basically where I see the most impact from people supporting me. YouTube's tough. So there is AdSense revenue. So basically you guys are getting forced to watch ads that are placed in my videos. Just so you know, YouTube keeps 60% of that revenue. So some months I don't see anything from them. It just doesn't even pay for my internet some months if I don't see anything. Sean's coming across the line. And now. Good job, guys. Great race. Let's kick it up for next week. Let's get a few more riders out. I think the Laguna, we had 15, 16 riders. And the next day, what did they do? Oh, Palomar Mountain. That's the video I did last week. Yeah, great turnout for that race too. Okay, guys, that's another week. Biketerra, another week of bad hair. Lots coming up for me this week. We got a donkey leaving tomorrow, mini donkey leaving tomorrow. Found a way better home for him. He's got 3 girlfriends waiting for him. We've got 3 young goats leaving on Sunday. Tomorrow I'm also doing, over on Zwift, I'm doing Team Not Poggy. That's affiliated with the Not Tatty YouTube channel. That's his team. I'm doing a ladder league race for them. So check that out too, guys. And we'll see you again soon.